Hi everyone, Amito Mitra here from Kampala, Uganda, East Africa. I hope you're all doing great and I hope that God is protecting all of you. I'm having a challenge there. My plant has dried. I really don't know. These people who sell us plants or resell us, this plant is meant for the house, but I feel like maybe they're also not so sure about the plants meant for the house and those meant for the outside, because I mean that has dried very fast. This one is still okay. I think this one is meant for the house. Anyway, it's a Friday. It's a beautiful Friday morning. I'm still suffering with the pimples. Okay, currently I don't have pimples, but I have spots. I think you guys can see the pimples dried. Whatever I used worked. They dried, but now I'm having challenges with the spots, and I don't know how to go about them. But I'm still using what I'm using in case it works. At the end of it all, I'll let you guys know. I think you can also see my chest. Yeah, I'm having so many scars. The scars are really scary. They are, and they make me really insecure. I have to wear so many things to cover them up, but it's okay. I know we'll get better and you guys will see the progress with time. So for some days I'll have to use makeup because sometimes I don't like it when people overlook at me. You know, I'm not so used to that because I've been having a flawless skin for the longest time. So when I see people overlooking at me, I really feel so out of place. So I'll be using some makeup once in a while. Today, I have a few things to do. I am going to my niece's school. Today is Parents' Day. As always, I always represent as a parent at school, and the whole school thinks I am her mother, but I'm actually not. I'm the auntie. But yeah, I love it because it prepares me for my future, for how I'll treat my kids and how I will be there for them. So currently, I'm going to pick my niece from home, and then we go to school, check her books, check her performance, talk to the teachers, find out what the school is up to, and then we'll be heading for a meeting that I'll take you guys along later, and I'll be letting you guys know what it will be about. So as per now, let's go out there and make it happen. So guys, I think it's 2-3 hours later. I'm done with school. I've been at Amito's school. This is my sister. This is my little sister, so I came with her. And Chandra, don't you want to be in my video?
Oh, sure.
This is teacher Andrew. He's always so kind to us every time we come here, and he's the very first person I met when I brought Amito to this school. I want to say thank you. My Amito has really improved, and I'm so grateful.
Amen.
Amen. So, yeah, we are leaving. Amito, come and say hi.
Hi.
Amito and her friends. Those are Amito's best friends. Imagine Amito has best friends in a totally different class. Amito knows almost everyone in school, you guys. Like, everyone we meet, Amito knows their name. This girl, I don't know who she got this from. Not me, of course. So, this is Ariana. Ariana, say hi.
Hi.
Hi. And then that's Mercy. Mercy, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah, and of course, Amito. So guys, it has been a very wonderful day. Oh, did you see my sister Valunji? Lilian, did you say hi? Come and say hi.
Hi.
This is my sister. She's I had totally forgotten about her until she showed herself in the video. So we are now heading back home. The day was really fruitful. I totally forgot to take pictures of Amito in class, so I want to take some of her pictures and send them to her mother. Yeah, so I'll be getting back to you guys later. Bye bye. So I didn't get the chance to take you guys along the road, but I am currently at P&A, my sister's beauty parlor. and we have a meeting here for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the women's brunch that I told you guys in one of my previous videos, yeah, and we want to finalize, like touch up, see what we have for tomorrow and what we don't have, and then improvise all those things. Actually, the meeting was supposed to start earlier. I am the one who delayed them because I took more time at school. I expected to be there for maybe just 30 minutes. Unfortunately, it got to like 3 hours, but regardless, we are here, and we're going to kickstart the meeting and see what we talk about, what we put together, and then tomorrow I'll definitely show you guys whatever will happen at the brunch. I hope you're all ready. Yes, it's the first of its kind that we are organizing, but I'm sure we'll be having more of these brunches with time. So if you're ready and you've missed, next time better. The few of you who reached out last time, you guys will see them in tomorrow's video. Yeah, so see you guys later. Let's get started with the meeting.
Oh my god, what?
I'm making myself profound.
Yes.
Mary, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this was my rough program before we added,
See you guys
before
tomorrow.
we added everything. So now we can just
So guys, today is another beautiful day. Today is Saturday. Why are you running? Why are you running? Today is another beautiful day. I'm here with the one and only Kakoma, Liz, and of course Ahura just ran away from the video right now. Mary is also the other side in the kitchen. So we are here preparing to go for the women's brunch. It's today, Saturday 25th, and I'm super excited. Are you guys excited?
Yay! I'm excited to meet all the women in business.
So for the Ahura, come and they see you. Let's do some marketing, please. Hurry, girl, hurry. So Ahura is my friend. I think you guys have seen her several times on my channel, and she is the brain behind that piece on my wall that you see there. She made it with her own hands. So if you want that piece, something like that or something better than that, kindly contact Ahura.
Yep.
Okay, reach out to me and I'll give you Ahura's number. If I remember, I'll put her number somewhere here so that you contact her directly. Whereas Kakoma is the brain behind the juice we are going to drink at the women's brunch. It's already packed here. I think when I get to the function, I'll take a clip of how the juice looks like, and trust me, her juice is so yummy, like so nice. So you guys should support my Kakoma. Yes, for your juice. And then she also does decoration. If you have a birthday, if you have a baby shower, a wedding, whatever it is, kindly reach out. I'll also put her number somewhere here so that you contact her directly. So Mary, what are you doing? Mary is in the kitchen. Okay, you guys will see Mary maybe tomorrow or another day. So let's prepare and go for the women's brunch. We're already late. I really wanted to go and do makeup, but I think time has caught up with me. I'm going to look like this. So if you're coming for the brunch and you see me like this, don't start saying ate Amito, ate what. You guys, I got a breakout. Like, but this is not my real face. My real face. If you guys see my real face, hey, okay, let's prepare and go. See you guys later. Bye bye. I've come here to pick Tina. She's so late.
Why?
Imagine.
To call me before you reach here.
Can you imagine this girl? And she's looking so nice.
I'm rushing, guys. I can't even look at the video right now.
So guys, I thought I would not do makeup, but oh my god, I look so good. And guess who did my makeup? Pretty. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you. I'm going to leave a number somewhere here. You guys need to have very nice makeup. If you're around Bukoto, Tinda, she's at your service. Chisasi, she's at your service. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to leave the number somewhere here. Thank you so much, Pretty. I love. So finally, this is where we decided to brunch from. This place is called P&A. Pala Bukoto. It's a salon and spa for Trudy and Aminata. So people around Bukoto kindly come and support these girls. It is just next to Trinity Primary School. This table here, we decided to display some of our things. As you can see, Mitra sends. We have some bags from Aweko, Reform Africa. We have Julie's coffee there and other things. So my battery was really low and I decided to capture this faster, and then it was until I charged that we captured the rest of the speech.
Functions, and I'm available anytime. I also do consultations, most especially events planning. I can plan your event for you. You can consult me. I find you best service providers, sit down with you, choose the colors with you.
So maybe way back, I just got the passion later on after working at MTN for over 10 years. Then, of course, because of financial constraints, it was really very difficult. And also time for myself and family, it was very difficult. So I started a farm, and it's really doing so well so far. I also extend my services, consultation, training as well for people who really want to venture into farming, to start, to learn different small ruminants, most especially. We have cows, but it's just for our own personal consumption, for family and also the animals at the farm, and also staff at the farm. The challenges that I really face, it's about, of course, management, but that is something, if you get into farming business, management is very key, and trusting people, especially the manpower that we have at the farm, is very difficult. I think most people, if you're employing other people, you can relate what really actually happens, because retaining manpower is very, very difficult, especially for people who come to work. They only work for few months and they quit. Yet you've trained, you put money in this person, so by 3 months they go, then you have to hire other people, so it's really very, very difficult. That is one of the major challenges that I face as the owner of the farm. Then, of course, inflation, like the prices of the food and for the animals is really very difficult, because like the maize brand, for the pigs, for the goats as well, from South Africa, prices are going really up. So you end up spending a lot of money injecting. Then, of course, sales may be a little bit little. Then also the middlemen. That is one major thing that we face. Though we are going to work on that, middlemen, I mean like the people who come to buy from us. Remember, you put in a lot of efforts in farming, the employers, the things that you put into the farm, it's really expensive. And people come and buy from you, it's going to be cheaper for them, because now, let's take an example of pig farming. There's a lot you put in there, feeding wise, management wise. Then people from the butcher come and buy from you. It is going to be much cheaper for them. You have to put in a lot. So we are working on value addition as well, so that we can do more processing, and also at least we do have our own meat shop that is in progress already. Yeah, that's what I'm actually doing.
We are collecting and dumping, and we see the population is growing. There are businesses that are coming up, and it is just difficult now to really have big chunks of land to dispose of. So yeah, with the Farm Africa, yes, I do produce bags. I do produce school bags, backpacks, travel bags, but I also want to really change the narrative of Africa towards plastic waste, to not only produce and consume, but to also really see how we can reduce on our waste, because plastic takes more than 1,000 years to decompose, and when it's decomposing, it's breaking down into smaller particles. This is the particles we find in the fish we eat, in the water we drink. And you see, Uganda is high in agriculture, and yet if this plastic ends in our agricultural land, it's not productive. So that is basically what I do. But I am very passionate about the environment, not something that I studied at the university, and that's maybe a lesson that I would bring onto us. It's just picking, might not be a social enterprise, but something that really can create impact for the people and the environment. You don't have to have like the qualifications. I have 0 qualifications, but it's just research and reading, and every single morning I'm just seeing what's trending on, like climate change, what's happening now, where are the floods, what is causing the floods. Because me, personally, I grew up from Nakuru go down. Places like Nakuru go down, why say you find when it rains, there is always flooding, yet we have like trenches. What happens is people collect waste and they put behind their houses, and when it rains, they just throw in the trenches. So this is the major cause of flooding, Most times you find plastic bottles floating in the trenches. So that is something that I'm really trying to really see how we can reduce that. But also, since we buy plastic from the communities, people know, okay, there are plastic bags or there are plastic bottles, and we can always buy. So that can reduce on the plastic pollution. So the challenges with my business mostly is mostly in production. Sometimes when we are selling our bags, people say, oh, your bags are expensive, but the process that really goes through it, from household with the way we collect waste. We mix organic, inorganic, so it's expensive. If I take the caveras, I have to wash them, I have to disinfect them, I have to dry them, so all that is money. We are buying plastic from the people, they have to sort it, they have to wash. Yet if for example, we go to the supermarket and we have a plastic bag, we remove the things and immediately store. This is plastic bag, I can always give it out for recycling. This is paper, this is glass. It's easier for us recyclers to then, it's cheaper. And then also how when you're traveling, we are throwing waste everywhere. So these women take time. Like every day they can have like 50 kilograms, and yet like we have like 500 tons every day, but it's not there. So these are shoulder bags, and they are for 30,000. And each bag is unique. It has different patterns because it's all recycled. And then currently, I just didn't bring them, but I'm making cloth pegs for hanging clothes on the wire, still from recycled plastic. Those ones I'm using the bottle tops. For these ones, I use caveras.
Wow.
My name is Nantongo Juliet. I am happy to see all of you. I am into coffee and tours. I do sell coffee gift bags. I also do city tours, but mostly the city tours for tourists. I'm dealing with tourists mostly. And also I do airport pickups. Yeah. So mostly my challenge is that women always say coffee is not good for women. But I would like my market to be for everyone. I would like everyone to drink coffee, that's one. And then also the consumers are still low in Uganda. Yeah, so we're still trying to teach people how to drink coffee and maybe the benefits and everything. So yeah, that's my only challenge.
Can you tell us whether you are the one who makes this coffee from scratch?
Yes, I do buy green beans. I do roast them from industrial area and also grind them. I do have beans and ground. So I have 500 grams, I have 250 grams, I have 125 grams and 100 grams. Yes. So this one goes for 25,000. I also have for 2,500. I also have 5,000 and 12,000. That's it. I make the smaller tins because I just want everyone to be able exactly. So not to say she only sells to the people who have money. So that's why I came up with those ones for 2,500, 3,000, 5,000 like that.
Yeah. I'm so shy.
You had a missed call.
I'm not good at speaking in public unless I'm at work. Yeah. Challenges. There's so many challenges, of course, that you find in our business. We women, we all know ourselves. We're complicated. We're not sure what we want. Yeah, but what I've learned to handle that challenge is just to get to know the client herself, analyze her personality. I can easily tell that probably Amito, when I see her, she's this kind of person. She doesn't like maybe
flat hair. She's more outgoing, but still wants to keep herself calm. So my business has moved because I love reading people's personalities, and then I'm able to work with it. Even when it comes to makeup, I'm able to work with like the people who can't work on Bahima, like Westerners, the people who can't work on like extra people. So me, I work with the flow. I don't force things. I let my clients tell me what she wants. And some people tell you what they want, but they're not sure that's what they want. So you try your best to meet the client's personality. Yeah, that's all.
So sometimes we imagine you are doing the same work that P&A is doing. So you work with brides a lot, right? So imagine times whereby you have about 10 brides approaching you and they all have their weddings on the same day. How do you go about that?
To me, I don't look so much at money. Most cases, I look more first come, first serve, first of all. And if there are clients that come to you and you see they really want you to work on them, they respect your work. And there are clients who come to you, yes, they're inquiring, but they're not sure. And sometimes you're going to force and you're like, she's paying and all that, but she might spoil your market for you. Because you might work on her and she's not satisfied, because she's not sure what she wants. She's just there. So normally, to me, you can come to me and tell me, Chef, this is my date and all that. Yeah, we discuss. But if my heart says no, I don't force it. Because such clients really, to me, my business is, the way it has developed, I've been working, I opened my salon in 2018. Yes, so it's now 5 years. And most cases, it's a word of mouth. My marketing is just word of mouth. What I do, it's what explains to other people to market for me and all that. Social media, ever since I gave birth, as she was saying, ever since I gave birth, my son is 2 years now. I think I lost the touch of social media. I feel like I don't have that, the way I used to post a lot, talk about the hairstyles, the makeup, it has died off. These days I just force myself to just throw the work there, but I feel like I need to explain that work. But still, what she said, the solution to that is getting those people who are so good at social media. But when it comes to our business, someone should be knowing what you exactly do. And those people should be at work to see how you developed that content. So it's a bit tricky. As much as I try to say, okay, let me give someone to do it for me, I feel like they've not done it exactly. So I rather just throw my work there. I believe people will be able to see it. I'm also learning. I'm just trying to analyze the situation and see. And my advice is that there's too much competition lately, and most people are on pressure to follow others. Like it's trend. This one is doing this one is doing the other. I don't go with trend. I do my thing. I do me. When you come to me, you want this, that's what I would do. Of course, I look through what is trending and all that, and introduce it if it is nice for my clients to go with. But still, I feel like it's again like a pressure.
My name is Ahura Susan. I'm a friend of Amito. I think everyone who knows Amito knows me. That's what everyone was telling me. So I'm a lawyer by profession, but I also do business. I am an artist. I create art by string boards, nails. So I create art using all those things. So I remember if you follow Amito, you've seen she has done a video about me creating the art. So that's basically what I do. I'm an artist. I have a page on my Instagram. It's called Ahura's Art. My art basically, it depends on what someone wants. I usually make customized. Someone can tell you, I have a salon, I want this and this in my salon, or can you create this? So it depends on what someone wants. And then I also do like geometrical designs, the different designs. Basically that is it. But before that, I wanted to tell you something before I proceed. Me being a lawyer doesn't stop me from doing certain things. You understand? I remember when I started doing these things, it was lockdown. When the lockdown hit in, we were very like you're home, you're not doing anything, and I don't like being there, seated and you're not doing anything, you're not being creative. I started doing lampshades. I don't know, I used to make lampshades using yarn, threads, you know these threads that they usually use to make bitambala. So I learned. No one taught me these things, but I took time to teach myself. So what am I saying? You might have a profession, but take time to teach something to yourself. You might not teach it to yourself, but you can learn it from somewhere. Sometimes you spend a lot of time on internet, TikTok, but we're not being productive. Sometimes you can use that internet that you have to do something that is productive.
I've heard you all speak business. I'm a banker. And for every business, it needs banking. I don't know where you keep your monies. You work with Stanbic Bank. And at Stanbic Bank, we have a product for women, actually.
Okay.
Women product. But you can actually an account for women in business. SMEs, yes. So I'm inviting you to come to the bank, go to any Stanbic Bank branch, ask for that product, the women product, open up an account, and we give loans at a really subsidized rate. If the market rate is like a 22% for the ladies, it will be at around 17% of the loans in order for you to grow your businesses. Now the challenge with banking, is fraud. Fraud is everywhere, it's around you. Even for someone coming to open up an account, you don't know what person,
There's
the
attention.
intention of that person. Why is that person coming to open up an account?
Sure.
So we really have to do that due diligence. However, with the women product, when you want to open up an account, we have to come to your premises to find out that you actually have this business. You're doing it, this is your premise, it's registered. In order for us to go ahead and open for you the account.
Wow.
Fraud is everywhere, so we have to work with do duty of care, do everything because fraud is just around us. So we work with one leg in the bank, one leg is in the zero.
Hey.
But I've managed for the last 10 years I've been there, and I'm still here. So I encourage you ladies to move into any Stanbic Bank branch, and where you can go to the Romero branch.
Okay.
Sit in the business banker.
Okay.
Get that product. Yeah, and get on board with the Stanbic family. There are also products whereby these days we're in a cashless economy. People don't no longer move with cash.
Sure.
Customers come here, you can get post machines, you can get FlexiPay, you can become a merchant. So it helps you with banking because with keeping the money here, there are a lot of thugs who are around here. So when somebody just enters that code, the money goes into your account. It saves you that hassle of going to the bank, those things. And there's online as well for the business bankers.
Wow, thank you. Wow, thank you.
Clap for Farida. Okay, next person, please.
I got to business and I had to learn one thing: discipline. I already had the discipline, but I had to learn to impart it into everyone around me. And one thing that my dad told me, I remember, he said, "I'd like to impart knowledge in women because women,
Stubborn.
they have knowledge. Women, they grow businesses. Women grow homes. Women keep homes." So as women here today, I want to encourage you, be better, be stronger, be wiser.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause. Yeah, so right about now, I think our guest speaker is going to be talking to us. But shortly before she talks to us, Auntie Christine, can you talk about what you do? Introduce yourself and talk about what you do. Then kindly introduce Auntie Mary to speak to us.
I have a shop. I sell ladies' clothes mainly. That's what I prefer doing. I'm also a shareholder at Finance Trust Bank, the first lady bank in Uganda.
Oh.
What else? Yeah, the business is a challenge sometimes. You know, with the economy after COVID, things have not been easy. But with God, all things are possible.
Amen.
So we keep ourselves believing that tomorrow is going to be a better day.
Amen.
Yeah. I'd like to introduce Mary Ochan, the guest speaker. She's my sister. You're most welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Christine. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm actually so impressed. I'm really impressed at what you young ladies are doing, that you are all busy, you know, not sitting idle and complaining, because that is what you tend to hear these days. My name is Mary Oduka Ochan. I am Aminata's mom, the firstborn, and I'm also a mom to this one here. Hey. And several, mom to Tunji, a husband to this one here, a mom to this one. So you can see. It really gives me honor to be able to sit and talk to you young ladies. Probably these daughters of mine around wonder how come mom always has small notebooks around her all the time. It's because if I was to ask you, how much did you spend today? I go to supermarkets and I see people when they're coming out in many of these supermarkets these days. They get you, there's somebody sitting at the entrance and he wants to check the receipt, and he takes the receipt and you go. I see very many people throw away the receipt. How many of you do that? You throw the receipt. So when you get home, do you record what you have bought, which was on those receipts, and how much they were? That is one of the first things you people should start doing. Do you see what I'm talking about in the notebook? Yes. Every day, record everything that you have bought, that you have spent money on. Not only bought, by the way, at times, you can also record what you have spent with mobile money. You know, we tend to forget that. You say, I've sent somebody 5,000. That's little money. But it adds up. It adds up. You will be surprised at the end of the day. If you did that for a month, just try it. In fact, probably a month is even too long. For a week, just try every day. Everything that you spend, record. Wow. Record.
Even a tip. I was here telling her that you even wrote a tip that you gave her.
Yes, yes.
Mitra, let me see. Mitra, let me see.
Yes, that tip is money. You give a tip of 1,000, you think it's just 1,000, but that 1,000 is money. So at the end of the day, if you total up, yes, what you've spent, and then you ask yourself, how much have I made today? Because you people with businesses, you are not supposed to be spending your capital.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to be spending on profit. But do you even know how much profit you make if you don't record everything? That's why many of our businesses collapse within. The average in Uganda is that most businesses collapse before 5 years. 3 years.
2 years, 2 years, yeah.
It's gone. Because we've started spending on capital. My daughter here says she imports these things. Where are you going to get the money to import if you've eaten it on a tin? So record everything that you spend. Now, how many of us have budgets? Our own personal budgets, leave alone our business budgets. Yes, Mary has a budget?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yes.
Okay, if we don't have personal budgets, do we have business budgets?
Yeah.
How many of us have business budgets?
Mm.
1, 2. So do you see where we're going into difficulties? Have a budget. The budget will help you at the end. Just try even a budget for a week. Because saying a month or a year is possibly too much. Sit down on a Sunday and say, this week, this is what I want to spend. This is the amount of money that I want to spend. And this is the amount of money that I intend to earn. And please keep away your capital. Look at the profit and say, with the profit, will I be able to spend all these things that I want? That will help you. Because many of us, the month is much longer than the money, isn't it? The money that I have gets finished even if I'm working. Even if I have a business, the month is much longer than the money. And that is because many of us are spending a lot on our wants, not our needs. You need to distinguish what are my needs and what are my wants. Can I afford my wants? And even my needs, can I afford them? You know? Some of us, you know, I get money today. I might say, why do I make a budget when I'm not even earning? You know, I don't earn. I like my daughter Tunji might say, I'm not working. Why should I make a budget? But you know, a budget will help you. Even if you're going to ask somebody for money to help you, once you have a budget, you know what it is you're to ask for. It guides you in doing that. But unfortunately, many of us don't even know how to write budgets. If you don't, again, with our financial literacy, Aminata, we can organize with Prudy. You will bring these people to help us to know how do we write budgets. And budgets can be almost like, you know, at the beginning of the year, we write down our what do we call them? Our resolutions. And by the first week of the year, we've forgotten what the resolution is. But we feel comfortable that at least I wrote it down.
So we've come to the end of this video. I want to thank every one of you who turned up for the women's brunch. We really had so much fun, and then we learned a lot. And I'm sure that all of you who have watched this video have learned 1 or 2 things. We're hoping for another women's brunch, probably by the end of the year or next year, and we are already excited about the next season. So comment down below and tell me what you've learned. And then I also would like to encourage all of you to always come up for these small gatherings, because they really help. We had so much fun, as you can see, and yeah, it was really a great time. Thank you all for watching. Catch you up in the next video. Bye bye.